Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, July 16th. My hair's still wet, y'all. Sorry. I was out trying to do yard work this morning before it got super hot. Can you hear me? Testing, testing. My husband's listening, so I'm sure he'll let me know. What is that? Oh my gosh, I am a mess today. Oh, all right, here we are. Let's talk about collaboration because July is all about collaboration. Why do we collaborate? Well, because we can. And when we do, we get more ideas. We check our mistakes. It's just better. All right, hang on. It's snickerdoodle. But before we get going, well, we got a lot to do today. Of course, I got to do the commercials here in a second, but I got to get the shout outs. We have so many new badasses today, and I hope you're listening. So welcome Breakthrough Psychological Solutions, PLLC, Kay Evans-Jones, Kelly Hines, Mary Vixiak, Angela Stewart, Esther Alasa, Kimberly Dautry-Lopez, Patty Hooks, Davina Lasha, D. Skeets Ettinger, Leonardo Gill, Adia Naba, Roxanne Deems, Crystal Reyna, Tim Brown, Sherry Lee, Aaron Sizemore, Kelly Henderson, and Stacy Bloom. Welcome. Let's get our butts in gear. This is a great group. This is a free thing. In order to do free things like what I'm doing right now, the Thursday 30, and then later on this afternoon, I will have a room called Money 101. I have to give the commercials to pay the bills. You guys know every Wednesday we have a lemonade stand and you get to post your side hustle, CEs, subleases, anything that you do that you make extra cash. So this is my commercial. So we have, if you are a supervisor, when this is over, do not pass go. Do not collect 100. I don't play Monopoly. I don't know how it goes. Get over to the Texas Supervisor Training Group. We are organizing a room in the next 2 to 3 days where we're going to get together and go over the new rules, right? New LPC rules are posted. LMFT rules are still open for comment. So we're going to do a side-by-side to compare the rules from 2019 to today. Lots and lots of big changes, not so many little changes, but it's a really good way for those of you who are supervisors to make sure that you're giving your interns the best information. So again, this is going to be a free room just for supervisors in the next few days. If you are a supervisor, head over to that room. We do ask you to submit your license number because we'll verify your supervisor status before we let you in that room. If you're interested in meeting in a consultation group, collaborate. We have a monthly consultation group just for supervisors. Super cheap, $25 for 2 hours every month. We have great speakers. If you want to buy all 6 meetings, right now you get a deal. It's $127.50. As I said, we have a free room today, Money 101. It's at, I want to say 3 o'clock. Yeah, 3 o'clock today, Money 101. Tomorrow we have a free Facebook room at 9 a.m. for badass business owners like you, and it's going to be for practice ethics. Also, don't forget that Kate Walker Training offers the original LPC LMFT 40-hour supervisor training, asynchronous, at your own pace, completely online. And I think we have about 15 people who are in the process of taking that right now. Since it started last April, I think I've had 50 graduates. So folks are taking it. It's getting great reviews. The 40-hour supervisor training, if you think you're getting close to your 5-year mark, if you're an LPC, or your 3,000-hour mark, if you're an LMFT, you're ready to be a supervisor, then get over to katewalkertraining.com and take the 40-hour supervisor training. Of course, the Badass Business course. Okay, bad news. I thought I was going to be able to record these rooms and sell them. Turns out Facebook hasn't quite gotten there yet. All you can hear is my voice. And so I wasn't keeping up with the questions who were coming at me. So I'm not going to record and sell these rooms. You're going to need to go there, be there. I wish I could archive them and post them for you. And hopefully I'll learn how to do that. But for now, unfortunately, you have to be there in person in these rooms. So again, today, Badass Business page, we're going to have the Facebook room at 3 o'clock, Money 101. Tomorrow morning, the Facebook room at 9 a.m. for private practice ethics. All right. Now, there are a couple of websites I said that I was going to review, and that was 2 weeks ago. Remember, if you want me to review your website, I'll try to do 1 or 2 each week. Post in the thread here, just give me your URL, give me your website link. I will click it, and I will tell you one nice thing, one thing you can fix, followed by one nice thing, so you can make some changes to your website and get it going and get clients to you, help your potential clients find you, all right? So the first one I looked at this morning was Futures of Hope. And this is Kathy Vick Bedsole. So Kathy, if you're on here, I looked at your website. It is lovely. It is so tranquil. I loved the image. And you know my thing, I love it that you had your contact info within my eye gaze. I didn't have to click or scroll. It was right there. Now, here's where I had an issue. There was a great big button that said click here for virtual counseling, but when I clicked it, it took me to Doxy Me, and it wasn't a page, it was just the generic Doxy Me site. So you're going to want to take a look at that. Either that or put it inside on a different page so current existing clients will know where to go, but new folks like me won't click thinking that we can find you. Also, make sure that you are able to open up things in a new window. Anytime you click and it takes me away, it means I've got to click to get back. That's how I go down the rabbit hole. So make sure that you're making your links open in a new window. Also, you know what, Kathy? I want a fabulous headshot. I want people to see you. I want you to, show your big smile. I want you to show how approachable you are. So, I get it. If you only want folks to contact you via phone, it looks great. You've done a fabulous job with that. And I can see there, maybe make the phone number a little bit bigger on your homepage. So that was Kathy Vick Bedsole in her Futures of Hope Counseling. The second one I looked at was Jocelyn Aguilar's therapy. So this is Therapy with Jocelyn. When I clicked on this, and I'll put these links in the thread as well so y'all can take a look at them and see what I'm talking about. It was lovely. I mean, the image was so peaceful. I love the calm colors. The navigation bar is very intuitive. Love your fabulous headshot, your fabulous photo. Now, here's the only thing that gets me. On the nav bar, I saw a contact, but I would prefer to see something that said book now, all right? So again, I want something within my eye gaze where I can contact you quickly. It's a phone number, it's a click to schedule, it's a free 10-minute consultation. And so I would just recommend instead of the word contact, you use book now. And then your phone number or a contact button in that first eye gaze. And as I said with the other website, don't click me away, right? So don't make me click and then lose your home page. So I've got to be like, okay, how do I get back to the home page, all right? I don't care if I have to open 5 windows, right? If I have 5 tabs open, make sure that it's taking me to a new window. So all in all, it's a fabulous site. It offers hope. I can tell that it's just something you've thought about and your heart's really in it. So good job, Jocelyn. Thank you for letting me review that. So again, if you want me to review your website, stick it in the thread below. I can do a couple a week. And you can start to get an idea of things that I value if I'm a consumer and I'm looking for counseling, or the ways that I've advised folks and I've seen their business grow and my own business, achievebalance.org, grow through this marketing strategy. All right, now let's talk about collaborate. Stop, collaborate, and listen, right? You're all going to hum it now. So why collaborate? Well, I talked last week about how this, and I hope you guys, you hear the clicking going on. My husband got me this lovely necklace, and when you open it up, it says you are a badass. I love it. I love it. I may even make a way for you guys to get that. So when you collaborate, you can improve things. You know, we know if you're an MFT, if you're a systems thinker, I call it closed loop thinking. It's what our clients do sometimes when they're just interested in their own perception and they're not really paying attention to what their spouse or their family, what kind of feedback they're getting, right? So that closed loop thinking leads to stagnation. It's hard for us to grow. It's hard for us to change. Well, in nature, because systemic thinking is natural thinking, right? In nature, what we have to make sure that we have different elements of different things, the bees, the birds and the bees, right? So bees give us cross-pollination. And that's what collaboration does as well. And so I know it's hard for us. I know it's hard for us to be brave and to think about, oh my gosh, I'm going to ask this person to go to coffee. Oh shoot, you know what? I'm getting butterflies. I think I'm going to throw up. You just have to make the call, because this cross-pollination will help you design a business plan that is going to be different than the one you're using. And we don't need to reinvent the wheel, you guys. We really, really, really don't. We have lawyer business models, construction company business models, hair salon business models. Now, they're not all transferable, right? Because as a medical model, we can't do things like pay people to give us reviews, or do fee splitting. If you refer somebody to me, then I'll give you $50. We can't do that. And we cannot give the impression that that's happening. And so I'm the downer. I'm the Debbie Downer that talks about fee splitting. Fee splitting can look like you're getting paid to refer. And I could talk more about that in practice ethics. But when you're sitting down having a conversation with an attorney, or sitting down having a conversation about a business model with an auto shop owner, you get to see how it works, how they pay their employees, if they have employees, how they order materials, how they organize their office and get paid, right? Because sometimes I see with us, one of the toughest parts is, how do we get clients? How do we get potential clients to find us? Then how do we convert those clients into paying clients? And then I don't know what your model is. I don't base my model on a census. I don't try to keep clients. I base my model on intakes. And that helps with cash-based models, because when we base it on intakes, right, it is marketing heavy. We do have to hustle and get out there and market. But it allows us to remain solution focused, right? It's not we're not at cross purposes. We're not looking at our client going, oh crap, they're better. Oh no, that's not good, right? Of course it's good. We want our clients to get better. We're not dentists handing out Snickers bars, right? We want our clients to get better. And so this idea of marketing, or sometimes I call it compassion and outreach, we don't have an intake mindset. Sometimes I think in graduate school, they talk in terms of a census, right? It's like we're Freud and we're going to spend 22 years with these people and they're going to come and see us twice a week and that's good, right? No, that's not good. So I want to, so you won't get out of that mindset, that census mindset, unless you're talking with folks who focus on excellent customer service, excellent front office, excellent making sure the client has an amazing experience. And we know research also tells us that when clients have an amazing experience, they're less likely to complain against us when we make mistakes, right? Mistakes are going to happen. But if you're providing good marketing, compassionate outreach, excellent customer service, then you're going to mitigate a lot of problems. Now, here's the problem for us. We don't talk like that. Right? Oh, someone's asking, will this be recorded? Actually, yes, this gets recorded. This actually, if you look over here, you'll see a little tab, or if you're on your phone, look up here and scroll across. You'll see something that says videos, and you can see all my videos. Also, I have this nifty YouTube channel, and on the YouTube channel, you can see all of these. I think we're caught up through April now. So I can't, that's with a T, I cannot record the rooms, unfortunately. But yeah, I record every single one of these Facebook Lives. All right, so back to collaborating, right? How are we going to know how to provide excellent customer service if we've never been in business before, right? We've been customers, right? We've all had the snarky person on the phone, or we've all had, terrible or excellent customer service. But did you know that hair salons, literally, they send the people at the front desk who answer the phones and book your appointment, they have to go to a special conference where they learn how to do that. So a hair salon owner is going to send those folks to like we go to our Texas Counseling Association Professional Growth Conference. That's a mouthful. They're going to send their folks there, and they're going to learn how to answer the phone and convert clients. I didn't know that, but as soon as I spoke to my friend who was the hair salon owner, I immediately set up a training for the people I was bringing into my practice, right? We couldn't afford to have a receptionist, but I could train the folks that I work with how to answer the phone and convert a potential client, if it was a good fit, into a paying client by explaining clearly, just like the hair salon lady does, exactly what they do, why they do it that way, what the client can expect, and about how long it will take to get the thing. So the thing might be coping skills, the thing might be conflict resolution, the thing might be a worksheet that will explain the ins and outs of parenting a troubled teen. Well, that's what a conversion speech is. This is who I am, this is what you can expect, and this is about when you can expect that. Okay? And so we spend a lot of time in business trying to make that communication happen. We're not going to find that in a closed loop. You're only going to find it in a collaborative setting. So improving your website, market testing, different business models, all of this cross-pollination, finding out how people provide amazing customer service, answer the phone, help that person on the phone discover that you are a great fit for them. You won't get that if you're not collaborating. The next part I talked about last time was getting vulnerable and solving problems. Last time I talked about that. I told you guys last week about my lovely conversation with my financial advisor when I opened up my books, and he was like, that really sucks, Kate. No, this is when I took my books to my accountant and he asked me to write him a check for $10,000, right? And I was like, what? I don't have $10,000, because I thought, even though I was a solo business owner, that the tax fairy was going to come and just take my taxes and put them away for me. I didn't understand that as a business owner, I had to put away a little bit of money every single month to pay my taxes at the end of the year. Why didn't I know that? Well, they didn't teach me that in school, but we hear that too much. That's no excuse. I didn't know that because I didn't ask, okay? I had been going to this accountant for years. I never asked, right? I can't keep blaming grad school if I'm not taking my little brain here and I'm going out and I'm asking questions. And the funny thing that happens when I go out and ask questions, I'm not going to think of every question, right? I didn't know to ask about taxes, but if I'm listening, right? I'm a counselor. I'm a professional listener, for heaven's sakes, right? I can go to these groups. I can sit in with these business owners and I can start to hear them say things like, blah, 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 quarterly taxes, blah, 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 write-off, blah, 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 blah. That trip I took to Vail that I was able to write off. Oh, wait, Kate's ears are perking up, right? She could shrink back into her chair and say, I don't want to ask the big businessmen what they mean by that. Or I can say, excuse me, pretend like I don't know what you're talking about and tell me exactly what you're talking about. What do you mean quarterly taxes? What do you mean you can write off a trip to Vail? What are you talking about that, right? There are pros and cons with all of that, but if you don't become brave, as my idol and I'm such a fangirl for, Brene Brown says, then you're going to be a closed loop thinker. Collaborating, stop, collaborate, listen, right? Listen to what's going on around you, then you can start asking the right questions. So, what kinds of problems can you solve? Taxes, fee splitting. Okay, here's another embarrassing moment. Y'all, I had a practice based on fee splitting for a long, long time, right? I think it was a 70-30 split, 60-40 split, something like that, right? And then someone said, Kate, a better model, especially since you're kind of a medical model, would be a flat fee. Just charge your professionals, not my interns, but charge your professionals a flat rate. If they're part-time, charge them this. If they're full-time, charge them that. And make it a little over. And I was like, oh my gosh, wait a minute. They're going to ask me what it's for. They're going to ask, you know what? None of their business, right? If someone is agreeing to come work for you as a 1099, that's a subcontractor, right? And you're going to pay them a certain amount, or like I like to do it because I hate 1099, I charged people a flat fee. It was a business model that I learned from another industry. I had been spending hours writing 1099s at the end of every year. And then I discovered, oh my gosh, I don't have to do that. They can pay me. Let my contractors keep their money and have them pay me. Well, what are they paying me for? I don't know. I furnished their office. I let them be on the website. I had made sure the power was on. I made sure the rent was paid. I did the SEO optimization. I put a fee. I put on the services I provided. And if folks wanted to be in business with me, then they paid me a flat fee. When no money goes out this way, that means I don't have to write 1099s. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. Now it was income, right? Which meant that I had to track it. but that's so much easier to do than to track outgo. I don't know. I think it is anyway. So Llewellyn wants to know why I hate 1099s. That's because I hate paperwork. I hate paperwork. I hate, like today, I can look at my calendar and I have this big red block because taxes are due for, when you sell things. Tax, like sales tax, thank you. Okay, sales tax is due. And so I know I've got to spend at least 2 to 3 hours today with my checkbook. So I've got my coffee. I'm going to, probably get some treats. I'm going to, do a little self-care, but I have to get that done today because I only balance my checkbook once a quarter. I balance my checkbook once a quarter. So when I do 1099s at the end of the year, in addition to my personal taxes, not my favorite thing. So 1099s means I have to mail it out on the 30th of January. Folks have to contact me to let me know if I have to correct anything. Then I have to mail them out again, or they can keep those, right? Then I have to mail out something to the government that says I did that. Then I have to mail out something else that goes, so it's like, I call them touches, multiple touches. It's like touch, 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 touch. Ugh. So I don't like money going out. I like people to pay me, right? And that's the business model. I didn't come up with that on my own. I came up with that by listening to other people. So other problems you can solve. I hear a lot about point of sale systems, POS systems. So those are the things that they're your merchant account, or it used to be back in the day, we'd have that little thing on our desk where we'd swipe the credit card. So there are lots of different POS systems that charge different things. I don't think, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we can up our rate to compensate for the little 2 or 3% charge when people use a credit card. And we can't increase our rate depending on if they use a Discover card or Amex card. Anyway, somebody put in the thread, I'm not sure. I think we can't do that here, or it's California. I don't remember. So now getting to things that will make you more money, right? So the other thing about collaborating, and I want to create a group for this, it came up last time, it's creating a niche. But I want to go beyond your niche or your niche. I want to take you to a place where you're able to add to your practice and feed yourself. I get bored every 10 to 14 years. I have a bad case of the boredom. I want to do something completely different. I started my life off as a musician, then an orchestra teacher, and then a counselor. I added training. I do some university teaching. That's what's going on behind me. I promise I'm not having, no, I didn't do that all in one day, but it's something where I need new things or else I start to burn out. So one of the things collaboration can do, and I want to start a room for this group, is to think of ideas. I was just chatting with Jules Parkin this morning about her yoga and her, the trauma-informed yoga. And I think what a wonderful thing, what a wonderful way to take something you're passionate about and make it and add it to your business. I haven't quite figured out a way. I was never trained in music therapy, so I never added that to my business, but I know that we have some musicians in the thread who might think of ways to add that. But that's something that as counselors, we can cross-pollinate with each other, right? Oh, Jennifer's confirming. Okay, not allowed in Texas for increasing our rate to compensate for the 2 to 3% charge that the credit card companies give us. This group, the thing we run into, okay, I'm going to be real with you. I had a business coach, and one of the things the business coach didn't understand was why I couldn't ask my clients to go review me. He's like, well, everybody else does that. Why can't you do that? I'm like, well, I'm not that kind of business. I can't say, hey, counseling client, if you loved your session today, go post it on Yelp or go post it on Google. There were other ways I could get great reviews, like from you guys. I can get reviews from my colleagues, or people have heard me speak before that I don't have a counseling relationship with them, and we could talk about that in practice ethics tomorrow. But there are some things that just don't translate from business to business. And so when we talk about adding these niches, right, we've got to make sure that we're doing something that is going to be related to treatment, right? It's not just about, selling candy bars to them on their way out. And I saw a good article about that on Laurel Clement's thread. She's an attorney in Dallas, and she has come to our Texas Supervisor Training group to speak before. But I was looking in her thread talking about what kind of businesses would be ethical or easy to defend if we added those things to our business. So I want to encourage you to, post in the thread below if there are some rooms that you think would be helpful for you. We've got a couple of weeks left. I'm going to go on vacation next week. I'm so excited. I'm going to Maine to go hang out with my badass friend, Alex Lennon. She's going to work in her pizza restaurant. I'm going to play Stephen King and just sit up in a room and type, I think, for 2 weeks. I'm so excited. Or self-quarantine because Maine has travel restrictions. But I will try to do the Thursday 30 next week, but put some room suggestions down here, y'all. If you guys want to have some rooms devoted to developing a niche, adding additional streams of income, something that, things that are really specific, throw it down there. Also, don't forget, put down there if you want me to review your website. I can't talk anymore. Review your website. Don't forget today at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock is our Money 101 room, and we will be focused on money. I'll answer your questions. It's very free form. I've got a PowerPoint if you guys want to watch it, but really I want you to come prepared with questions so that we can discuss and find out more stuff, okay? So, all right, I got to go. Look at me. I'm bumping up against 10 o'clock here. You guys go make some money. Have a great day. And if you're not working today, go enjoy the sunshine, but take care of yourself, hydrate, wear a mask. It's the right thing to do. Talk to you soon. Bye.